I am live. We are live. HTC Ascension is back. Ladies and gentlemen, the second game between RMU and DZG Storm. Lined up for you guys. I'm Joshua Piscator Lee here alongside Bird Degia, who I like so much more than Bill Jump Carter.
Whoa.
Bill, if you're watching.
My heart goes out to you. I'm sorry, sir. But no, we're in game number 2. We're about to start this one up. That's a gaming for us. Storm didn't do so well. Early game, mid game, possibly late game. They have all facets of the game. They have to really just hone in on their just core value. They did well against Zenith in the early game. Can they do that for this matchup? On the other hand, RMU, well, yeah, it was a little chaotic in the beginning, but holy crap, they just stormed right through.
Stormed right through Storm. Hey, Bird's got the jokes tonight. I like it.
Whoops.
But DZG Storm, they've got the response bans. The Alistar being banned away from Mini Beast from making these massive plays. And we saw him picking up double kills around Dragon Pit. No problem. I'm a support Alistar, just going to jump right in and dump all over your carries. But it looks like Renekton also going to get taken away from West Coast carry. No, that crocodile flank is real scary.
Yeah, but it wasn't really that big of an issue. At one point, West Coast carry was 1-3-6. He was just really mispositioning himself during like beginning of team fights or whenever he got caught. So I don't know if that's the best ban. I mean, Fiora's still a thing. He's pretty good. West Coast carry doesn't play Fiora quite much. His Nard game pick Aurelia is like his top pick. So we'll see what West Coast carry wants to do. But that first pick, at least, really important. One of the strongest junglers in the game.
Right, there are a lot of options for RMU to pick up right here because we see the Rek'Sai still available. Pami did real well on that. They can pick the support early on to try and hide their picks. And there we go. Ji Young's Morgana being taken away. But it looks like Trigger saying, you know what? Jinx worked really well in the first game. Let's just play her all the time.
Let's just check his solo queue stats. 62% win rate on him. 66 games on it. Jinx, Sivir were like his main two things during his competitive scene. Yeah, he's played that quite a bit. So Jinx, not a thing that Trigger can't do. And he can be that main carry. And he showed it in the first game. Can he do it in the second game? We'll see.
Right, Trigger got to that point where he was just walking up to people. A couple of auto attacks and all of a sudden, one zap, one super mega death rocket. And like especially Carrick had such a rough time. And picking this Kalista into it, we see Kalista being prioritized first rotation. Never really in response to strong wave clear that somebody like a Jinx or a Tristana or a Sivir can bring here. So Carrick looks like DZG has something in mind. Oh, Zorlas got the Ziggs. This is actually big for him. This is one of his, I think is his most played champion in solo queue. It's been banned away from him a few times, but he's finally going to be able to play it.
Yeah, we'll see if that works out. Ziggs has been an interesting carry in Season 3. Shout out to ManCloud of, I think he's in Cloud9 Challenger. Yeah, so he's played it quite a bit during his heyday when it was on Vulcan. But we'll see if the Ziggs kind of works out. Really interesting to see that. Kalista versus the Jinx. We talked about it before in the last matchup. Achilles kind of mentioned that some people favor the Jinx, some people favor the Kalista. It's still a really interesting matchup, especially with these ADC changes. We'll probably see maybe the Jinx kind of go up ahead since she'll have more damage in that mid game go.
Right. In addition, there aren't many champions that match a Jinx in terms of AoE team fight damage and the 80 carry position role. Kalista does really well in the mid game, but the tower pushing that Trigger is going to be able to bring on this Jinx is going to be something so hard for DZG Storm to deal with. But it looks like Pami going to pick up that Rek'Sai. Going to say, you know what? Works really well, applying pressure early on. That's going to be their MO again.
We'll see if he can work it out again with that one. And Gnar going to be picked up for West Coast carry. Gatsby played it quite well. I would say West Coast carry said, I will take that pick and I will show you up. We'll see if that actually possibly works out. While the Fiora gets picked up on the other side, and the Lee Sin going to be rounding out this pick for DZG Storm.
Now I'm sitting here trying to figure out, this could be a Fiora mid Lee Sin top, considering that Elise was already locked in first rotation. Unless we see something crazy like an Elise mid.
Or
this is going to be some interesting... Oh, no, that's a Ziggs. Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's going where? Somebody tell me what's going on.
Support Lee Sin.
Lee Song?
Support Elise. What is happening with Storm's
I love
pick
League
and
of
ban
Legends
phase?
so much. We're like, thank God we're not casting 5.22
No,
this
yeah,
week, because I know all the
exactly.
casters were like, there's no way we can keep up. But even 5.21, look at the
Hold on.
look at the curveballs they're throwing at us, Bird.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be, at least going to be in support. On the other hand, we have the Vikings going to be picked up for Gillette. It's going to be a really just pick off what we can. If we can knock up with Tommy again, it'll work out again. Oh my word! If that gets locked in like that, yeah,
There's no way. Okay, I was gonna say.
I don't believe in the Lee's support. It's been tried out when she actually was incepted into the league, but yeah, I mean, there's better ways to use the Lee's. It's kind of reminiscent of the Greg support back in the day in season 3, season 2. Has some damage potential, or can reposition your champion, or can get it stunned. But damage potential minimal at best after mid to late game.
Well, looking through DZG Jiyoung's solo queue record, I see a couple of elites. There's a game where he built 6 pairs of boots. He won that game too. Oh wow, maybe we're gonna see a sextuple boot build coming out of Jiyoung. But hey, this is something new in the tournament. This is something that I don't think anybody's ever really seen in League of Legends for a very, very long time. I know there are some odd games here and there where we might have seen it, like you said, when Elise was first introduced. But I mean, what an interesting mind game, though, coming out of DZG Storm, locking in that first pick Elise to try and get them to pick out the Rek'Sai, who can't really outdamage an Elise at the early point. But did they outplay themselves, Bird? Possibly.
When Lee Sin jungle, I would like to say, has about the same amount of damage output as the Lee jungle. So what was the point in that? On top of that, you pick the Ziggs really early on. So this Viger pick is so safe. There's a lot of late game scaling. There's a lot of mid game scaling coming out from RMU. On the other hand, we have Ziggs. We have a lot of wave clear per se, but can Storm really weather the storm for this game?
You're on fire today.
I mean, they're name puns. I should follow Freak in the same way. Like, name puns are too easy.
Yeah, Freak's looking for an intern. I think you're the top candidate. But does DZG Storm have what it takes to weather the storm? Or will RMU show that they're the best representing the collegiate scene in North America and stomp their way to a 2-0? How's this elite support going to work out? That's what I'm really excited about. You are watching HTC Ascension here on twitch.tv/HTC. Be sure to follow us on HTC Esports on Twitter to let us know how you think the tournament is going, who's going to win, who's going to lose. What do you think about this Elise pick? Talk about it. HTC Ascension is the hashtag. You can tweet at HTC Esports, myself, or Bird, or even your brother, sister. I don't know. I don't really know who watches League. I'm Joshua Piscator Lee here alongside Bird Teguia. When we come back, we'll see if the Spider can do something for her team.
Baby, I'm balling. 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 Baby, I'm balling.
Give me the mic, I'm back, bitch.
Baby, I'm balling. Baby, I'm balling. Balling. Baby, I'm balling. Baby, I'm balling. Baby, I'm balling. Baby, I'm balling. 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 Bring that beat back. Baby, I'm balling. Baby, I'm balling. Baby, I'm balling. Baby, I'm balling. baby, I'm ballin'.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to HTC Ascension, the second game of the series between DZG Storm and Robert Morris University. Go Eagles! On the blue side, we have DZG Storm, Gatsby in the top lane, PP7 in the jungle, Zorlas at mid, Carrick on AD carry, and Jiyoung on that Elise support.
On the red side, we have Storm. West Coast carry going to be on the top lane. Pommy going to be playing the Rex side. Gillette going to be playing the Viger. The Trigger RL yet again. Going to play the Jinx. And lastly, but not leastly, Missing Bestia. Going to play that Morgana. I did say Storm. It's actually RMU. And I'm just going to eagle my words out the day.
Somebody put a leash on this guy. Leash the bird. I've actually
Leash a
seen,
bird?
No, I've seen it before. It's
Cage of
no,
bird.
I've seen
I
leashes on birds before. It's really
What?
weird. I saw my friend who I haven't seen in like years. She was at the grocery store. She had a parrot on a leash on her shoulder.
What?
I'm like, hey, Kay. Oh, I shouldn't say her name. Hey, hey, parrot girl. Saved it. What's going on? You just have a parrot? She's like, yeah, my parrot likes to go out with me. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I didn't really talk to her anymore.
Whoa.
It was cool.
Hashtag today I learned that is one of the things I've learned from HTC Ascension. On top of that, yeah, bird leashing. I don't think that's a PETA thing, but very weird. But it's cool. I'm not judging. Not judging at all. Birds are cool. Birds are my name, and you know we'll just go with the game.
Yeah, and speaking of leashing, oh, sick segue, Josh. Thank you, Josh. PP7 actually giving the smite over to the rest of DZG Storm's bot lane, Carrick and Jiyoung, to get that a little bit of a healthy clear on those Krugs. Looks like Mini actually having to pop a pot there to stay healthy after that Gromp clear. See how this jungle start works out, though. Pommy and West Coast Carry started on the weak side of the map, away from their duo lane. Play Mini Beast. Oh, gets stacked up. Is this Elite support actually going to work out? Look at that damage that came down on the two of them. RMU, they're like, oh, what? This thing actually works?
It's a big thing that you want to not get hit by the level 1, level 2 aggression of Jiyoung. He has a lot of damage just coming out from the Neurotoxin on top of just the execute damage. So he has a Cocoon, he can catch up and go right again.
Cocoon again and again. My goodness, but Mini actually tags him up with the binding. Carrick's on the swimming pool of death. First blood to Trigger. This happened last time. Don't let it happen again, Storm. Jiyoung, the itsy bitsy spider, scurrying away for his life.
You know, you're talking about having 6 boots. He might need the 6 boots to run away from this one. Jiyoung didn't have enough time to actually repel right into that Trigger kill. And it's going to cost him even more. It's really important that Carrick bailed out both his summoner spells as well. So much used up in that bottom lane aggression. Good stuff yet again. Trigger RL showing his veterancy, getting that first kill.
Oh my goodness. At this point with your DZG Storm, you're kind of like sitting there with your face in your hands going, oh my gosh, this was supposed to work out so well. But I think they had this early lane pressure in mind, but it looks like we're going to have to pause right there as West Coast Carry gets a little bit of attention in the top lane. Zorla's getting chunked down pretty low. This pressure that Gillette is able to apply with his Veigar pick, not something you typically see.
Oh, definitely. And we'll see if Ziggs can really just hold off on this. Pommy getting off the side.
Pommy coming in from the side. The Event Horizon goes down. What a great stun, and the knockup follows through on Zorlas. Oh, the satchel charge. Whee! Takes the trip away comes PP7 for a little bit of assistance, not quite able to finish off anybody there. Nobody really low in that exchange, so not much a Lee Sin can do. Robert Moore is still trailing ahead.
Yeah, the Trailblaze in the path to just graduated glory, and Trigger RL, he's the one that needs to really push it up. On the other hand, Gillette, he can try to do some things to Ziggs, but Ziggs still has Satchel Charge, like he said. He also has Flash, and he has Spider Lady off on the side.
Spider Lady off on the side. Spider Lady coming to mid. Spider Lady flashing forward. Spider Lady misses the cocoon. Gillette's out of mana. Help me, help me. The pings come down, just slowly walking away. It's going to sit here and watch if this little Veigar can walk away. His legs are really short, though. Is that a short joke? Yes, it is, Veigar.
Classy Veigar going to be shortening away, but Jiyoung still with his roam. That's off on the cocoon, and ooh, nice zone coming out.
They are all over the place early on. Jiyoung actually tags West Coast carry in the bush. Oh, Zorlas! Oh, in the swimming pool again. Mini getting fed early on this Morgana, but here comes the 3v3 in top. West Coast carry so low. One more auto attack should do it. Does not survive there. So it gets tagged up by the cocoon, but it looks like that's going to be a 1-for-1 across the map. RMU still with the lead, though.
RMU keeping up the aggression. Going to be able to get what they can, and well, Mini Bestia got some good things, but here comes top lane.
Oh, great 3-man for Event Horizon. Gillette trying to escape, just one tick away from death. Looks like Gatsby goes up. Jiyoung comes down, not taking tower aggro anymore, so very, very calculated right there.
The supports are carrying this one. 2-0-0 Jiyoung on this support at least. Not really maybe a support, probably more of a carry. And on the other hand, Mini Bestia 1-0-1, doing some good things in that one. Jiyoung, is he going for this? Oh my.
Oh my goodness. Like, who cares? Let's just go in as a support versus jungle. Look at the burst damage that Jiyoung is able to apply to Pommy. How often do you see that getting zoned away by a support Elise? Like, Jiyoung just going to run away, though. Look for the execution right there. Tick-tock goes the clock. Down goes Jiyoung. But that gold not going to go to anybody.
Yep, that is going to be an execute. No XP going to be given as well. So Jiyoung, he's playing his heart out with the Elise. And maybe we thought it was maybe not the best of picks, but it's working out quite well for this one. He's going to pick up an Amptum. He's going to pick up Sorcerer's Shoes as well. He's going to be pretty okay for this.
Like 3-3. The Sorc Shoes and the early Amptum buy from a support character. This is some real solo queue stuff we're seeing here, Bird. This is the one. I don't want to support. I don't support.
He has a vision for it. It's okay. Oh my gosh,
exactly.
Zorlas.
He has the worst though.
Doing some damage.
Up Zorlas, the satchel charge to bring him a little bit closer though. Doing a decent amount of minion damage though. But here comes Pommy. Here comes Jiyoung too. This spider is everywhere, and the big bomb comes down. Jiyoung gets lit up by the fire and should be going down. Inevitably, shut down gold going into the pocket of the opposing support. It's just a support game right now.
Sports carrying it all the day. Mini Bestia has been doing what he can, and it is Jiyoung with this very aggressive support play coming out from this Elise.
And if you're the one getting ahead on this Elise, you might as well just cash in on it. PP7, the last auto attack over the wall, actually manages to kill him off. This game is all over the place thus far.
All over the place indeed, and another thing happening. Wow. Trigger getting another kill.
And this is the side of DZG Storm that we've seen from time to time. Once they start getting behind, if they don't start taking the game too seriously. I mean, look at it right here. Gatsby on the complete opposite train of thought as he goes in after West Coast carries to finish off a kill there. Pommy rotating around for the kill. But Kara, this is so interesting. He got caught up by the traps. He probably could have made it away with both summoners still up. He opted to just spam emotes under the tower.
Yeah, I don't know where West Coast Carrier was going with this one. Although we did see this in game number 1. A lot of chaotic mess that was happening all around the map. It was just that RMU actually took advantage of that and got more of the kills. This time, we see Storm really working quite well. So, can they really just keep it going? That's going to be the question. Pommy going to be up here right now to the top lane, and we'll see if this is a 2v2.
Yeah, Gatsby gets tagged up by the Prey Seeker, but it looks like Trigger actually manages to find the tower down there. Carrick on the run, though. Trigger running, getting the zap down. Flashes forward for the Chompers, but unable to get the lockdown onto the Callista. It's like in the top lane, though. These supports are like, you know what? Let our ADCs do their thing. It's not 5.22 yet. We don't want to see them carrying just yet. We're going to roam all the way around the map, get our pressure in the other lanes. Half of the kills on behalf of RMU are in the pocket of Mini, and more than half, 60%, in the pocket of Jiyoung.
Yeah, this is something to talk about, but also something to talk about. 80 to 42 CS over in that bottom lane. Double the CS at one point Trigger RL was. This is going to be a trending or worrisome trend if, well, Jake gets ahead, obviously.
Now we got to check to see which one of these players are in Diamond 2. I'm totally in Diamond 2. You don't have to check. Or I would have made it if the season didn't end so soon.
Well, there's always preseason. We could always see you carry with the Graves or a Bard support Jinx kind of thing. That works too, right?
Yeah, that's going to be really fun to watch next week. We are in 5.21 as of this broadcast, but next week the teams are going to have a little bit of time to adjust and learn about the new meta, and we're going to see some awesome ADC play. And this is what's interesting about these preseason, kind of off-season tournaments. You get to see the meta develop as it goes on.
It's really cool to see some more challenger play as well, because we don't really see, other than the NACS, we don't really see these teams actually come out to play. So giving these teams an opportunity in the NA scene to really show the worth, possibly go on to TSM or TL, you know, there's just so many limitless possibilities possibly coming out for these teams right now.
Absolutely, and one of the possibilities for RMU is that Dragon. They pick up their first of the game at just under 11 minutes. Saw this go in their favor as well in the previous game. RMU showing a lot of power in game one, but right now, this early scrapping, throwing them for a loop, but Carrot gets tagged up, not under the tower, only the remaining memories of the tower. The point-blank rocket actually does less damage than an auto attack, but it doesn't even matter considering that Trigger has the BF and pickaxe advantage over Carrot.
Again, that was Mini Bestia with a great bind through the wall. Gonna be able to get off of Carrot. Carrot, yeah, he's been prone to getting caught by that, and it's unfortunate getting CC'd for days, but on top of that, we'll see if that will happen on top lane.
Ooh, CC for a little bit. West Coast carry. Whoa, look at the upfront burst coming out. Jiyoung blows everything to try and get that Nard down, but West Coast carry gonna flash on away. No TP available for just a little bit longer, so this top tower might be under attack.
Yeah, there's 3 people going to be pressuring this one, so Storm going to be able to probably take this one easily. This has been a game of supports. This is the first time I haven't seen this for quite a long time. Jiyoung has been doing really well with this at least. We'll see if Palmer can really turn this one around.
Oh, the flash knockup onto PP7, but he just gets Dragon Raged away. Mini actually missing the binding there, but lights him up with the ignite. I'm not sure if the taking's going to be enough. Might still have the safeguard up. Survives! PP7 does. This Lee Sin. Can't see much, but can see that he's going to survive for another day.
Oh, the recatch.
Oh, the recatch. Oh, Jiyoung does not hit the cocoon, but Trigger getting tagged up by everything. This is going to go really bad for Trigger. Shutdown actually going to Jiyoung. Man, we got the AP carry in the bot lane.
AP carry and the AD carry just talking to each other in the bot lane with that Mini Bestia could be caught up as well. We'll see if that happens.
In the middle of a rock and a hard place. Gatsby and Jiyoung all after this Morgana. Here comes Pommy to offer a little bit of assistance. Gatsby going to commit for this kill. Mini just 1 out away from death. Shutdown going. How are these supports giving up these shutdown bounties in this game? The Primordial Burst coming out of Gillette manages to wipe away Jiyoung. Endless scrapping. We're only 13 minutes in. There have been 16 kills, if my math is correct, which it usually isn't, but it is this time. That's more than a kill per minute.
How much damage is going to be coming up from Mini Bestia? 3-0-4 before that death, but on top of that, Gillette with that teleport roam going to get the first 2 kills, so he's going to get more powerful as well. Very, very important that both these carriers, Trigger and Gillette, don't get really, really fed.
A carry getting chased down by West Coast carry though. Oh, the last auto attack, just one more does it. Nard throws a little biscuit at him to take him down, but PP7 coming around from the outside to try and avenge his fallen teammate. Pommy onto Gatsby though, just hits him with the edge of the knockup. The Event Horizon does miss. Jiyoung tags him up with the cocoon to keep him alive for just a little bit longer. The flash does not hit from Gillette. Up goes Jiyoung, down comes Jiyoung. Not to Gillette, Gillette solo. Can they finish off Jiyoung? No, Jiyoung gets the kill instead. Pommy, oh baby, a double for the support elites with the haunting guys. Bird, rip solo queue for the next few days if anybody's watching.
What is Gio doing? He's just making so many plays on this Elise. He was in a 1v2, and he still turned that one around. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm just flabbergasted and all that stuff, but I just don't know. I want to try this out maybe one day, but holy moly, Ji Young with the plays for this game.
Yeah, we're both support players, so I know we're both cooking up some ideas. So yeah, you go back, you buy Sork boots first, then you buy the Amtem, all right, then you get 6 kills at the first 14 minutes. Sounds easy, right?
I mean, the 6 kills part maybe a little bit harder. The
We can
roam
do it.
potential probably a little bit harder in solo queue as well. But Ji Young is showing his worth. I really like the idea of getting penetration early. Definitely with Elise, just because Neurotoxin has % damage, and on top of that, does a bit amount of good damage off on penetration. So really cool to see Ji Young do that. Really cool to see this push coming up from the Storm. Remember in game number 1, Storm really had no chance. Game number 2, they're just really winning out this game true. And it's on the top of Ji Young, but on the top of very good team cohesion from the Storm team.
Yeah, the gold lead is just about dead even. 24.1k for both of these teams, just staying within 100 gold of each other. I mean, at this point in the game previously, DZG Storm were down something like 6,000. Here we go. RMU pulls a little bit ahead with that mid-tier 1. They're going to take their backs right now with Dragon coming up in just about a minute. And when they have... I'm still laughing about this support at least. I cannot take my eyes off of his scoreline.
Truthfully, both support players have just been doing well, but it's really important for this next Dragon fight. Kark really needs his items. We need to see Zorlas have a little bit more pressure. It does have the things of the Holy Grail, so he has enough poke pressure. But compare that to the opposite side, we have Meryl Namakan, probably even more to the Bissell Scepter coming out for Gillette. On top of that, you have an Infinity Edge already built out for Trigger. This is going to be dangerous if someone gets caught and gets critted off of Jinx.
GP7's one of them, though. Exchanging a couple of Qs with Mini. Dragon up in just about 20. It's like they are making that rotation over. West Coast Carry does not have teleport up for another 2 minutes or so. So they're really going to have to play around that fact. West Coast finally realizing, oh, a lot of people from DZG Storm are over here. I should probably wander down. It's like when you're out in public, you see everybody staring at something. You just can't help but look.
Can't help but look, but can you touch a rope-tethered bird?
Carrot jumps
we'll
right into the event horizon. This could be back. Gets blown up by Gillette. Ji Young, the next one. All that damage not going to save you from the burst coming out of them, though. PP7, the next one up there. Everybody flashing forward, trying to get away. The Dragons rage away. Gets tagged up by the event horizon, though. Palmy actually finds the kill on the opposing jungler. Gatsby comes around from the outside, though. Trying to run away here. Couldn't really find a successful flame. The max range zap slows him down for just a little bit. And there we go. The binding lands true from Mini. And that's going to be 4 kills going into the pocket of RMU. And this second Dragon, unless Orlas gets the sickest steal of all time.
Gets slowed down, gets binded up. It's over and out.
That's the ace.
Orlas gonna be able to get that, the ace and the clear and the Dragon. Everything going right towards RMU again. Taking those little small advantages and just blowing the game wide open.
Right, they were hovering around each other in terms of golden map presence up until that Dragon fight where they were able to pick up 5 kills. Their gold lead went from like 700 lead to right now it's sitting at over 3,000. RMU, they know how to work the lead. We saw them absolutely roll over DZG Storm in the first game. So they just need to go back, say, hey guys, what did we do last game when they got super fed? Let's just do that over again.
Yeah, again and again, that's going to be the good thing that Mini Bestia and everybody else wants to do. They want to get those picks. Almost got one right there off of Karek. And they just want to keep on getting those picks. The biggest thing that RMU has done for both games, really denied any of these carries. You have a 0-5-0 Kalista, you have a 1-2-0 Ziggs. They are just not anywhere in this game. While on the other hand, 5-1-2 will sing the praises of Evan RL, Trigger RL, so much more. He's doing so well with that Jinx yet again.
Carrick CS looks like mine when I play Kalista. I'm not very good at Kalista.
I would say Kalista's very
Whoa, flashes
worthwhile.
for flashing everywhere. Look at the aggression coming out of these two teams. You know, the My Paper gets tagged up by every form of CS there is. Trigger, however, forcing to back out of there. Jiyoung gets saved by the Fate's Call. Gonna survive for just a little bit longer. Here comes the TP. Gatsby flashing forward. Can he finish off a kill in time before West Coast carry arrives? Lands into a cocoon though. Oh, doesn't even have Meganard charged up, so not much he can do. Here comes DZG Storm with the comeback. Don't come with a comeback. We were here the entire time. Gillette gets one. He's trying to run away from the 4 members of DZG Storm that are chasing at the moment. Mommy coming around the outside, trying to draw the attention. Look over here, look over here. Great event race. Oh! Gets the turnaround kill for the montage moment. They're still chasing, though. Gillette's on the wrong side of the map. The wrong side of Summoner's Rift. Those colors don't match, dude. You got to get to the other side. The TP, though, is he going to get this? Oh, no! The bouncing bomb. Shut down going into the pocket of Zorlas.
If he had that 1 second sooner, he possibly would have got out, but unfortunate for Gillette, unfortunate for Trigger, and what just happened to the team of RMU? They had so much good positioning. They said, okay, we will never get caught out, just get caught out again. Ji-Young, although he didn't get any kills, made some forceful plays. Trigger, everybody else just got out-rotated, got caught out. And yeah, chaos ensued yet again in game number 2. And Storm still weathering this one. Can they keep it going? That's going to be the question.
Such chaos. Here they go. Another blue buff in Babe. PP7 now. Oh, Trigger from the outside. Thank you very much. Last hitting from quite a distance away. Like a screen and a half right there. I'm the AD carry. You got to give me all the kills.
It's really important to do that, and it's been going so well. Pommy's going to get chased upon, but the turret should go down. Ji-Young.
Oh, the binding from Mini. Here comes Ji-Young trying to find the last hit onto Pommy, but the rockets coming out of Trigger are the end of that. Gatsby trying to wait, tries to dash through the event horizon, but boom comes the Dark Matter. This French lady gets deported.
Well, with that antimatter, Viger just going to have to dunk right down with that dark matter. Going to be able to just delete everything off the screen. And unfortunate for the Fioras, Ban Fiora probably could have been Dead Fiora as well.
We're talking about how this game was hovering around such an even point, but right now RMU pulling ahead to just about 5,000 in gold ahead. DZG Storm, not super successful in HTC Ascension thus far. RMU undefeated. Really flexing their muscles, showing off, hey, our college recognized us as some of the best League of Legends players in North America. That's why we get to go to school for a very discounted price. This college is so expensive. Well, in the US at least.
I hear in the Europe region.
Oh, we went to the same college.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right.
You're hearing about that all the time.
It was, you know what? Sorry to say, it might have been a little bit cheaper for me, but still, yeah, it's expensive. I agree. Totally agree.
If only in-game gold could be applied to our student loans. I'd play a lot more League of Legends if that were true.
Oh, yeah. And it might be true for RMU. They have scholarships going into this one. So, you know what? They have a lot of money banked up in their education. They have a lot of money into this $10,000 tournament. So if they can win out this game, yeah, this will go into that ever so slightly lead into playoffs, which, I mean, still far away, but still very important that they keep on these winning ways.
Right, especially the end stages of a tournament really start to sneak up on you, and tournaments play out so differently once teams get a chance to, really kind of see how other teams are playing, get familiar with the strategies, adjust to the meta. Next week is going to be absolutely huge, really deciding who can adapt quickly. But Mini actually throwing the black shield on himself. Oh my goodness, PP7 actually gets a flash kick back. Gillette in the middle of so many DZG members. They're all onto this Veigar. This little purple guy has to run away, but Ji-Young actually going to get his 7th kill of the game. Wow. Here comes the rest of RMU, though, trying to find backup for them. Here, jumping forward, trying to find Trigger. Here comes all the CC, and Zorlas manages to find the killing blow onto Trigger. That's 2 members of RMU going down at the moment as the rest of DZG Storm now turn their eyes toward vision focus around Baron Pit.
I was going to say, they took Baron, that would have been a very bad no-no. We're going to see him back away. I want to say credit to PP7, literally dodging every skill shot that could be dodged from Gillette and still getting out alive from that one. Great play coming out from this Lee Sin.
For a blind guy, he's really good at dodging things that are thrown at him.
The blind monk is the deadliest monk, I would say. Yeah.
The unseen dodge is the deadliest. Oh wait, that's sad. My bad. Carry getting a few stacks of the rend into that dragon, but it looks like DZG. Oh
Had it every time. Had it every time. Trigger RL.
Happy accident.
Trigger RL. Yet again, another rocket kill. He's single-handedly kind of just carrying this team or losing this game for that team. And what is Karek getting wrecked into the face.
That's all you can really say about that. Once you get tagged up by a Veigar who has a Morellonomicon and a Death Cap, it's pretty much game over for you. Wesco's just kiting down. Gatsby gets run right into the Event Horizon again. And that's Gillette's 8th kill of the game. PP7, the only one really defending this tower. Here comes backup on behalf of DZG Storm, though. Wanting to hold on to this outer tower. Their mid lane tier 2 is already down, and it looks like Trigger actually putting that push onto the mid lane. Somebody's going to have to rotate. It looks like the rest of RMU rotating.
We do see Ziggs getting cut out, though, and that's a lot of damage. Will Trigger finish this one up?
Yeah, does not have the Super Mega Death Rocket available, not wanting to flash forward. No Wild Turtle impressions here.
Yeah, you probably would have been dead right after that one. And ooh, yeah. PP7.
PP7 here. Oh, great binding. Mini is so on point with these. The Black Shield comes down onto him to keep him alive for a little bit. West Coast carry comes in with the teleport. The Mega Death Rocket does not find a kill. Here comes Jiyoung, though. Misses the Cocoon, so that's a very low Elise that doesn't want to get in between all of those team members of RMU.
Chase.
Goes in, the flash with the Baleful Strike finds the kill, and it looks like Gatsby's going to be the next one. Trigger getting so fed, the last rocket equals the double kill for the ADC of Robert Morris University. It's 3 members down for DZG Storm, and it looks like the death timers are just at about 20 seconds. You have a decent wave coming, but I don't know it's going to be enough at this moment to end the game right here. That is going to be an inhib, though. RMU going to hit and run.
Meanwhile, Carson in the mid lane is going to get caught. Yeah, Karek getting it wrecked yet again.
That's all we have to. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in the middle lane, it kind of reminds me of a cop. I think he did it during the relegation game where he kind of sat in lane, just died to the top laner. Yeah, if you're going to be in the middle lane, just kind of trying to Marin style the wave, then yeah, maybe you should move around a little bit more. But Karek just going to give out the kill, just going to keep it going. I mean, you were talking about this before, Piscator. It seems like Storm, once they get down in the dumps, they really just, let go of their play. And it's really tough to see sometimes when you see these, challenger teams kind of run out the gambit in the rank 5 ladders, do well in every other kind of competition. And then when they get matched up with, comparative teams, they really just, lose it with that edge on their the mentalness.
And that's something that, quite frankly, you can't afford to do when you're going up against the top level of competition available to you in competitive gaming. Just because you go down at a certain point, you're not going to learn anything if you just kind of give up. And especially Carrick, he's getting in these situations where he doesn't really seem to care about his team's positioning or what the team wants to do in terms of objectives. PP7 go. Oh, the 4-man are against the wall! And the big blow up, everybody just disappeared from DZG Storm. West Coast carry indeed. Wow.
The mouth surrender comes still in just in time. Wow. Well, if that wasn't a top 5 play, I don't know what was, but holy. I'm going to bleep myself. Don't worry. Oh, wow, Smikey. Oh, that's all I'd say. Holy.
That was insane. So that game started off really scrappy. They were constantly fighting. Jiyoung was absolutely doing work.
6-2 and 3 at one point, yeah.
And then it got to a point where around the dragon fight, RMU managed to pick up an ace and really get that gold lead, that significant gold lead for the first time in the game. And it seemed like especially Carrick on behalf of DZG Storm just didn't feel like playing anymore or something. We saw him get caught out in mid lane, just kind of stand under tower when he was getting attacked and CC. Ended up dying in so many situations with both summoners up. So it's like the endurance from DZG Storm just wasn't there.
It definitely wasn't. And congrats to RMU. Still keeping up that undefeated streak, keeping it going and showing up their worth. Their carries, Trigger, RL, and Gillette. Trigger going in 10-3-7 at the end, 10-5-9 for Gillette. Oh my gosh, these carries have such potential, and I would love to see them carry out into the playoffs as well.
Right, absolutely. This is the conclusion of our second week of HTC Ascension, and so far, Robert Morris University Clean 4-0 so far. They've dropped a couple of games here and there, but in terms of series, they are undefeated. This collegiate team looking really good, have experience on a main stage from NACC. Like you said, anything can change in a tournament as time goes on. But in terms of tonight, though, that is going to be it for HTC Ascension as we see the final match end in a dominating 2-0 in favor of Robert Morris University. Be sure to let us know exactly what you thought about the tournament by tweeting at HTC Esports using the hashtag HTC Ascension. In addition, one last plug of the night, because it wouldn't be an HTC Ascension stream if we don't plug some phones, baby. Be sure to enter the contest that you can find on Twitter to win one of 3 special edition HTC One M9, specially engraved with the Team Liquid logo. But if you're not lucky enough to win one of the 3 that are free, you can get $100 off on one of your own special esports editions HTC One M9s by using the promotion code HTC Ascension on HTC's. How many times did I say HTC? We need like a counter in the corner right there.
On HTC Esports with the HTC M9 phone on the HTC Ascension. There's so many HTCs, but really really thank you to HTC really just putting some money into the Challenger scene. Again, Challenger NA especially don't really get to see a lot of the teams out here. So shout outs to HTC and give them that tweet. Thank you for putting this on.
Absolutely. And be sure to check out AlphaDraft's replays and top 5 plays as you can see on their YouTube channel. We see a lot of massive plays. Probably some plays coming out of this series with Jiyoung going absolutely bananas in the early game. But that is going to be it for tonight. Be sure to tune in next week on Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Pacific, in addition to Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. Pacific for more Challenger action. I'm Joshua Piscator-Lee here alongside Bert Berdagia. Your other caster tonight was Seth Achilleos King. On behalf of everybody at HTC Ascension, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
It's calling us.
Yeah.